Cuffing season. If that term makes you anxious and you want tips on why and how to escape its clutches, then this is the episode for you. Hi, this is the Urban Lady Prepper, and this week's episode is shielding your heart from the curse of cuffing season. As the leaves start to fall and temperatures drop, many find themselves longing for companionship, giving rise to the notorious phenomenon known as cuffing season. This period of colder weather and upcoming holidays often tempts us into relationships solely for the comfort and company they provide, rather than genuine connection. Being single can be an exciting time filled with new experiences and opportunities, but it's tough not to be sucked into the cuffing trend, especially if you've been single for a while and would love someone to curl up with in front of a fire or show off at that Christmas party. Be wary because, as we know, the holidays are a time when everyone feels a bit more emotional, sentimental, and yes, lonely. It's a vulnerable time, and as a simsif, single mom, solo female, there are some unsavory types out there more than happy to prey upon us and take advantage of that. We need to be careful, especially if we expect to look for love online. Knowing the potential dangers lurking in the digital world is important. Scammers prey on vulnerable people, and while the elderly are the most discussed and unaware of certain tactics, single women are often targeted as well. They prey on our emotions to extract money or enough personal information from us to steal our identity. Here are a couple of examples. First up is the catfish. Someone pretending to be someone they're not, using stolen photos and a fake identity. We've watched the show about this and we may wonder, how could anyone fall for this? But some of us do. We'll get charmed and not realize that weeks have passed without an actual meetup or a video chat because something always comes up. Some really are lonely guys trying to find love, but don't feel attractive enough to use their own pictures. We'll get lured in by the handsome pics and later find out that catfish is a naughty, not a hottie. Some are just cruel and want to play with someone's heart. Some catfish are scammers trying to get money from you. For example, once a relationship seems established, the catfish will concoct a crisis requiring immediate financial assistance. Because we ladies are taught to be helpful and we might have warmed up to him, we might do it. $100 may not sound like a lot, but if he's scamming several women at a time in rotation, no matter what, this fish stinks. Another type is the sugar daddy. We simsifs often pinch pennies until they holler, so when a man presents himself as someone looking for a lady to spoil, we want it so bad to be true. It's a twofer. We can be in love and be provided for. But chances are he's not a sugar daddy. He's just another scammer playing the long game with a bigger carrot, the promise of getting off the struggle bus and onto a private jet. Some may even claim they don't want sex or nudie pics. They just want companionship. They'll promise a payday if you're willing to engage with them, although never in person, for a couple of weeks, and then use a tactic to try and steal your money. While some men out there really just want companionship, remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Don't be lonely and scammed. That really sucks. If you're feeling bad because you want to be in a relationship and can't seem to find the right person, you'll feel worse being alone and ripped off when you needed that money to buy presents for the family. Scammers and thieves love the holidays, which is all the more reason to keep your guard up, no matter how hot his picture is and what fantastic stories he concocts. I had one scammer tell me how he was living in London, and one afternoon he casually mentioned he would be going to the beach. I called him on it. The beach. In London. In March. I had to chuckle as he struggled to find something comparable to show he wasn't lying. He came up with some park that had a building with baths that was just about as much beach as I am Beyonce. The point, if you catch him in something that sounds fishy, check it out. They can't keep their story straight with every mark, but you must be on your game to catch it. Be wary of online profiles. That hot guy or celebrity with 1 million followers has no private account just to talk to you. It ain't him. If it's in your spam, it probably belongs there. If you get a message from Instagram saying that this person has changed their profile name several times, you can bet he's a catfish, fake sugar daddy, or an imposter. And yes, I have to say it because it still happens. Never share financial information or personal details with someone you've met online until you're absolutely certain of their identity. It's not just about the money, it's also about personal safety. They may not only be a scammer, but someone who could try to harm you if you give too much away, but don't give them what they want. And it bears repeating, don't show them your license, your Cash App profile, or screenshot anything for them for quote unquote verification. Never provide your banking information, even if they say they need to send a wire. Don't share any information about your children. If they say they can't Zelle, Venmo, or Cash App without information no one else asks for, they're a scammer. Don't do it. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't hesitate to end communication with someone who makes you uncomfortable. Delete and blockity block, block, block. Be patient and cautious when getting to know someone online. Try not to be so eager to fall in love that it clouds your judgment. These creeps don't care who they hurt. Don't let it be you. We tend to juggle so many things at once that we may not be as careful as we should be. Be especially cautious of requests for money. Just don't. If your new love interest says they're in a bind, tell them you can't help. Watch how quickly they flip on you. The other reason to keep your stink eye active is that you don't want your rose colored glasses to keep you from seeing those red flags. Ask yourself, would I even consider this dude if the weather was warm? Don't end up with Mr. All the Way Wrong, a financial leech, or a hobosexual, someone who gets into a relationship to have a place to live. Yes, this is a thing apparently, and something to watch out for, especially if you live in a colder climate. So don't rush for the cuff, and certainly don't settle. Heed that inner bell, and when he shows you who he is the first time, believe him. It won't get better. So when you're having these feelings of longing, we ladies must be especially careful not to let our hearts rule our heads and end up making a poor decision. Now, if you're already dating, or you really want to find that special someone to spend the holidays with, there's nothing wrong with that. The idea of snuggling up with someone on a snowy day, especially if that's something we used to have, is sweet, and I would be lying if I said I didn't miss it myself. But don't lower or sacrifice your standards. Cuffing season can lead you to the right person, but only if you put your post-winter happiness above immediate gratification. Someone serious about finding a partner will gravitate to you if you put out the right vibes for the right reasons. Finding a new hobby or revisiting an old activity you used to enjoy, like maybe bowling or playing pool, will introduce you to a new circle of potential partners, or at least some new friends to keep you busy. Just please don't jump into a relationship to say you have one. It may become a situation you deeply regret. Embracing the chill and remaining happily single during the holidays is possible without succumbing to the pressure of cuffing. I'm going to give you some suggestions to help you avoid relationships formed out of seasonal convenience, enjoy the winter months with or without a partner, and rebuild your overall sense of well-being and resiliency. Autumn and winter are the perfect times to focus on self-growth, organization, and embrace independence. As the chill sets in, revisit activities you enjoy but haven't set enough time for. Consider learning a new skill, such as canning. Take time to organize and catalog your preps to ensure you have what you need and note what you don't. These activities provide a creative outlet and foster a sense of accomplishment and confidence. Plus, you know what things you want for Christmas. Volunteer work is another rewarding way to spend your time. Many organizations need extra help during the holidays, and lending a hand can be enlightening and enriching. Moreover, it's a great opportunity to connect with new people with similar interests. Finding joy outside of a relationship during winter is essential for maintaining a healthy mindset. Start by cultivating gratitude for the little things that make colder months special. Whether it's a warm cup of cocoa or the beauty of a snowy day, appreciating these moments can keep your mood up. Consider creating a gratitude journal to document what makes you happy and grateful for daily. This may also help those who suffer from the winter blues. Participate in activities that stimulate your body and mind, such as planning and laying out your garden for the next year. Winter sports like skiing, snowboarding, or ice skating offers physical benefits and a fun experience. If you were thinking about doing it, why not? Take up that self-defense class you were thinking about, or maybe learn to shoot. Reading or signing up for virtual courses can also expand your horizons and keep your mind engaged. Social connections don't have to revolve around romantic relationships. Plan gatherings with friends or family. Host a game night or organize a movie marathon based on the closest holiday. These interactions can fulfill your need for companionship while reinforcing the value of your existing relationships. Setting personal goals can also provide a sense of direction and purpose. Begin by reflecting on areas of your life you wish to improve or explore. Change up your fitness routine, start a new hobby like sewing or knitting, or advance your career skills. Clearly define these goals and break them down into manageable steps, which makes achieving them more feasible. The bonus will be the dopamine hit and pride you feel when you reach each one. Consider incorporating activities focusing on mental well being, such as mindfulness or meditation. These practices can help manage stress and maintain a positive outlook during the colder months. Additionally, setting financial goals can be particularly useful, especially during the holiday season when there is that potential for overspending. Create a budget, plan for savings, or explore investment opportunities to improve your financial health. Remember, the key to goal setting is to remain flexible and patient with yourself. Focus on personal development and achieving small milestones can make the winter season productive and fulfilling. Doing these things can help you discover that contentment and satisfaction are attainable even without a partner. Remember, the key to successfully navigating the colder months is to focus on what makes you happy and fulfilled rather than feeling pressured to conform to trends. Celebrate your individuality, make the most of your solo time, and your winter season will be anything but dull. Last piece of advice. My mom used to say, old flames come knocking when the weather gets colder. So keep that in mind in case that toxic ex shows up looking for your attention out of the blue. They may miss you, but they may just want a warm body in the bed and their house cleaned for Christmas. Remember, they're an ex for a reason. Don't ruin a great holiday season by reopening old relationships and old wounds. Leave them in the past. How does all this relate to prepping? It does, because it involves having a clear head and the right mindset. You'll be improving your physical strength and learning skills that can come in handy in an emergency, and you'll continue to hone your situational awareness. You need to have your wits about you as you travel in public and meet strangers, whether in person or online. It will take a degree of self-control and fortitude not to fall prey to cuffing season and any potential scams. And especially as women, these traits will help you feel safe, confident, and in control, whether it's finding new love or bugging out to your safe house due to the zombie apocalypse. Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there. Until next time, this is the Urban Lady Prepper signing off. I hope that I've given you some things to think about as you go through the upcoming week. I upload a new podcast every Saturday evening, U.S. Eastern Standard Time. Visit my website, urbanladyprepper.com, where I post a new blog every Wednesday and Friday. While there, sign up for my weekly newsletter, which contains information that usually isn't on the podcast or website, and share your support with a donation or buy some Urban Lady Prepper gear. It helps me continue to grow and provide even more content. Join me on the socials. I look forward to hearing from you. Ladies, stay safe, stay sharp, and be ready.
You can't live.